Imagine being locked in a tiny metal capsule, hundreds of kilometers away from Earth. No friends, no family, no fresh air, and no escape. And you know what? If something goes wrong, you can't just pause and take a break. This is the life of an astronaut. Every second they make life or death decisions. One mistake and it can be all over for them. So, how do they stay so calm and focused? And importantly, how do they train their mind to handle pressure beyond imagination? Let's find out in this video. Let's dive into the mindset of an astronaut. NASA doesn't just choose the smartest scientists, they choose the ones who can keep their mind steady in the face of absolute chaos. Because in space, there are no second chances, there is no panic button. It's just you, your mind, and your ability to handle the impossible. Recently, we saw Sunita Williams and Barry Wilmore return to Earth after being stranded in space for 9 months. But you know what the fascinating part is? That throughout the entire ordeal, there was no crying and no stress from their end. They continued their training and they continued their work. It was an example of pure mental strength, and all the credit goes to their training. NASA's training isn't just physical, it's a complete psychological warfare. Sunita Williams and Barry Wilmore had to survive extreme conditions, including being stranded in the wild with no food for days. NASA does this to simulate the harsh isolation of space. Also, they had to undergo tough underwater training to mimic the zero gravity. This tests their patience, adaptability, and their stress management. They are also trained to operate under severe exhaustion to mimic the worst possible case scenarios in space. So, what does this teach us? This teaches us that life is full of these zero gravity moments. Learning to stay calm under extreme stress is a superpower. Sunita Williams ran an entire marathon in space. Yes, in zero gravity. Also, even while being in space, she maintains a strict schedule. She reads, she works out, and she never lets stress take control over her. Also, her advice to us is that routine is the ultimate weapon against stress. When Apollo 13 had an oxygen leak, the astronauts didn't panic. They had a simple rule: step back, breathe, and solve one problem at a time. Barry Wilmore also had to solve very complicated and had to make life-saving decisions outside the ISS. There is a rule known as NASA's Rule of 3. It's very simple, let me tell you. Number 1 is step back. Do not react emotionally. Number 2 is break it down. Let's solve one small part at a time. And number 3 is act with clarity. Panic leads to mistakes and calmness leads to solutions. Now, how to apply astronaut mindset in our daily life? It's very simple. If you are struggling with focus, then try having a solid routine like Sunita Williams does. If you are facing anxiety, step back and train yourself to solve one problem at a time like Apollo 13 astronauts. Or if you are under high pressure, then stop overreacting and think clearly. Use NASA's Rule of 3. Remember, astronauts aren't born different. They just train their mind to think differently, and so can you. So next time when life throws a challenge at you, think, what would an astronaut do? Would they panic, or would they stay calm, take a deep breath, and handle it like a pro? Also, if you like this video, then do give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel Globe Disc. Also, comment down below what do you think of this video. If you have any feedback, I would be very happy and very excited to read all of them. Also, if you want to know how to kill overthinking forever, do watch this video. I am Aditya Garg and this is Globe Disc, and I will see you next time. Thank you.